All right, everyone's just joined me. I'm heading down into the town of Nerja. It looks like it's pronounced Nerja, but it's actually Nerja. The J's at H. At the top end of the town at the moment, just walking my way into the older part where the main tourist area is, where the beautiful little narrow streets are, and then the Mediterranean Sea. It's a beautiful Sunday over here today. It's about 19 degrees, but it feels really much warmer in the sun than 19 degrees, I can tell you that. Hardly a cloud, just a couple of wispy things in the sky. Apart from that, just glorious blue skies, similar to what we had yesterday. Though the first day and a half I was here, it was cloudy and it was raining. Much needed rain, because they've got a severe drought here at the moment. They're really needing rain. So that rain was needed, but it was very short-lived. Now, being a Sunday, a lot of places are closed today. Spain is very much a religious country. So the church bells are ringing this morning and many people are going to the churches, and most of the stores are closed. I think a lot of them remain closed all day, but some were just starting to open up. Usually in this little area just here, this is, I believe, is Orange Square, and usually this is tables and chairs all laid out, cafeteria, sit here and have a coffee. But Sunday, it's closed. And also I believe this week it is a holiday in Spain this week, so that might have something to do with it as well. A lot of locals are taking a day off. But yeah, there's fountains usually go in here, tables and chairs are out, you can usually have a coffee here. Now behind me is the Andalusian mountains, and Nerja is nestled at the bottom of it, which is technically used to be an old fishing town, but now very much into tourism, though it still does a little bit of fishing, but mainly it's tourism here now. A population of just over 21,000, but of course that number swells drastically in the summer months as the tourists come in. The height of the season for tourism tends to run from April right through to November. Very narrow sidewalks, but very well maintained. Busy streets. Scooters everywhere. At least the kid's wearing a helmet. Good lad. As you can see, most of the shops are all closed. Yesterday all these were open. And I don't know if some are opening up later on today. It is now siesta time as well. Many of the stores which are open Monday to Saturday tend to close 1 or 2 o'clock till 5 p.m. for their afternoon siesta. Because of course in the summer months it gets very hot here, like 35, 40 degrees Celsius. But right now it's a very pleasant, like 20 degrees. But as I said, in the sun it feels much, much warmer. That sun is very strong, very high UV. Right, I could walk straight down, but I think I will go straight. Local town worker in front of me. Guardia Civil, also known as police. You can just see up there the mountains in the background. want to start filming there, but she stopped again. Okay, I'll walk in front. All right, at the end of this walk, you'll end up at the Balcon de Europa, which is an absolutely spectacular, beautiful place. With spectacular views out over the Mediterranean Sea. And that's where we're walking to right now, but we're going to turn into the town, walk through some of the little streets as we make our way down to the Balcon de Europa. Oh, it's gone quiet suddenly. Now, I don't have my external microphone on because when I put the external microphone on, it kind of cuts out all the sounds around me. Birds, people, and stuff. Oh, here comes a train. It's a little train. It's not really a train, it's like a motorized train. Takes people to the caves and other places around town. And the guy on the bike waves. I love it. Fresh bakery. Oh, look at that. Even you could smell it. Quite the lineup. Alright, we'll turn down one of these streets here. We'll go down this one. Now, a lot of these buildings here, people actually do live in them, but there's a lot of Airbnbs here, apartments for rent and so on. Like I said, 21,000 people live here. And I believe something like a quarter of that number are made up of expats, like Europeans, mainly British, German, Norwegian, with Britain being the main chunk of expats living around here. Now, if you ever visit Nerja, there's one thing that is a major problem, as I found out because we rented a car this time, is finding somewhere to park. I mean, it's just potluck if you find somewhere on these streets to park. And it's very narrow as well. Parking, if you want to find somewhere you can park, there's a couple of parking places you can go, but it's 15 euros for 24 hours, and that soon mounts up. So, but if you park on the streets, it's free, but you just got to find a place. And I kind of cram it in there. So we actually are parked like 5 minutes away from our apartment. Is the closest we could find, because you can't actually park right down in the town where I'm actually staying. But the first day we were here, we had to pay to park because I was too tired to go and find a parking space. But now I found one, I dumped it there. So I don't know where this road's going because I didn't come up this road earlier on. But I think I'm heading into town. The sound of a whiny Spanish child in the background. Alright, where are we going here? Oh, hang on. This is where we're going. Okay, I know where I am. We'll go through here. This will take me to the main square. And the Balcon de Europa. There's also the Nerja museum down here as well. Don't know what's really in it though. But this will bring us out in the main square where the town offices are, the city offices, whatever you want to call them here. Some cafes and restaurants, but it's a little empty when I walked through it a minute ago. But I guess on certain days they have like a market here as well, vendors and things like that. But today, being a Sunday, it's very quiet. But when you get downtown to the Balcon, it is absolutely packed down there, which we'll see very, very shortly. Let's have a quick look. So in the mountains back there, the Andalusian mountains in the background. Spanish flag. A very empty square right now. But the Balcon de Europa is just down there. My apartment is just behind the church where I'm staying in, which I'll show you very shortly. Which the wife found this time. Had nothing to do with me. It's a very good apartment, but it does have some of its drawbacks, which I'll tell you about shortly. One of them being the noise, because everything echoes. So anyway, a little bit about Nerja. Nerja is located in the municipality of the Costa del Sol, and it's the province of Malaga. Malaga and Malaga Airport are about 60-70 kilometers west of here, so it takes about 50 minutes to an hour to get here by car. But this to me is the nicer part of the Costa del Sol. If you go towards west, which is Marbella, Torremolinos, it's more commercialized. It's the big block buildings and the hotels and stuff like that. This place has a lot of character. All right, I'll take you into down here, which will take us onto the Balcon. I didn't want to go onto the Balcon right away. I wanted to take you through some of the narrow streets where the bars, cafes and shops are, the tapa bars. But for now, we'll go through here, which will take us into the main square and by the Church of El Salvador, which is a very prominent building here in Nerja. If you ever look up Nerja online, one of the first things you'll see is this amazing church. I have Spanish ads, oh my god. Hola Tegan, señorita. Tegan's watching and she's in the apartment over here. We brought Tegan with us on this trip. We have Spanish ads, I love it. So the Church of El Salvador. I'll get a better angle by standing back. If you get mugged, I know where you are. Hey Tegan, do you recognize this place? So Tegan is watching this and she's in the building just at the side of the church here. And daft bat. Oh, we'll go find her in a minute. Anyway, I'll take you onto the Balcon. This is like the main attraction around here. Yes, the annoying bell. Another 15 minutes for the annoying bell. So people come out here, you know, just sit around, coffee, beer. And in these palm trees, the noise you can hear, I think the parakeets, are living in the palm trees. Every now and then you'll see these green coloured birds flying around. Now, this doesn't sound very Spanish, does it? I was down here this morning, some guy was playing the Spanish guitar. Now we got some rock star. It's killing the vibe, really. So here you are, the Mediterranean Sea. And behind me, the Andalusian mountains. There's actually quite a few people on the beach today. People trying to venture off into the sea. It's a little chilly. And the water temperature is like 16 degrees right now.
여기서 이거 불게.
Beautiful place. Nah, it's kind of guy really is killing the vibe. Seriously, when we came down here this morning, there's a guy just here with an acoustic guitar doing some Spanish guitar. It was beautiful. This guy singing Eric Clapton. Oh, Parasender coming down. He's gone. You see that? It's actually built into the cliff. That building right there. I'll take you to one of the streets. This. Alright, to get one of the little towns, the little streets here into town. They're very narrow streets. A lot of shops up here, bars, cafes, and so on. Narrow, but really nice. And busy, of course. Now what you'll find a lot over here is, in a lot of the shops, a lot of leather-made stuff, belts, bags and things like that. Leather seems to be very popular, the things being sold here. In fact, you just walk along, you either smell food or you smell leather. Same thing really, isn't it? Cow, cooked cow. Raw steak. We ate here last time and it wasn't very nice. We had a bit of a bad paella there. That was last year. Now, if you've ever been to Cornwall in the UK, it's kind of like a Spanish version of Cornwall, these streets. Narrow, bustling with people walking around. Oh, it smells good, whatever it was. Looks like a lot of the shops are opening up now. Mind you, this is one of the busier areas of the town. This is a great place. Salvino. This is where we were when I first arrived on Thursday night. Drinking sangria and beer. Popular place around here. Yeah, the main shops are closed. So I'd imagine everything's back to normal tomorrow. Oh, should hear the bell any second now. I think it rings on the half hour. These cobbles are loose. Everyone seems to get these jackets when they're here. I think every single person I've seen seems to be wearing one of these little vest warmers. Super thin. That's nice. Jack Jones. It's alright. €25. $30. Just over $30 with tax. Canadian dollars, that is. Yeah, with most of the shops being closed today, this part of the street's really quiet, so everyone's on the main street where the bars and restaurants are. But tomorrow this will be really busy around here. Leather. Alright, I'll take you over to the church bit where we're staying. And just go on the other side of that. I'll show you some of the sights from that end. It's a beautiful little place. Like I said, you fly into Malaga, and it's a 50-minute drive, but just a pain in the ass to park. Unless you want to pay €15 a day, but otherwise you got to drive around until you find a parking space, which could be quite away from where you stay. Yesterday we went down to Gibraltar for the day. Spectacular, beautiful place, Gibraltar, by the way. I loved it there. But I didn't think much of the Costa del Sol down that way. It's just too commercialized. I really prefer this part of the town, the part of Costa del Sol where it's more historic. Sorry.
We always it's at the bottom of the hull. We can go each one of the.
It's nice that the little touches just like this, like flower pots on the wall, make it so nice. All right, walk up this little street. There's more shops, a lot more shops than what we've just seen already. Like I said, most of them are closed today, being Sunday, and being a holiday as well here in Spain. But being a very religious country, most of the shops are closed. Yeah, Mass. Closed Sunday, which is today, 10 till 2, and 4:30 till 8:30. That's the problem when you live in a place that does a siesta. Your work day is very long, right? You get a 3-hour lunch break. Now I got a group of family flying in today and tomorrow. So we're all going to be probably hanging around the town, nighttime, eating and drinking, checking out different places, which should be a lot of fun. Oh, gimbal's playing up. All right, just a little live stream. Check out where I'm staying. At least I'm away from all the snow at the moment and the cold weather. But when I get back, of course, it's going to be getting closer to spring.